We're just going down this little piddly trail up here, and then there's Caneos Peak right there. And see, this is Glacier Lake and shit. You can go down this huge, or you can go down right here. You know, Caneos Peak, and you go all the way down the spine. And this is the headwaters of where we were. This is the South Fork right here, and this is where we were a month ago. Right here. All this water feeds it.
One thing about mountains, I just think there's something about a higher elevation that is different in more ways than one might think. Not just that it's actually higher, but that there are certain energies, positive energies, that are drawn to higher elevations, and certain lower energies that, you know, stay stuck at sea level.
The weather's terrible. It's miserable. Man, I just wish I had a desk job.
It's been a while since I've done a video on what you should put in your backpack, but there are different things you should put in your backpack depending on where you're going. Whether you're going into the mountains, you know, whether you're going through the city, you know, whether it's some sort of an apocalypse event, you know, depending on the disaster or where you are, what terrain, that dictates what goes in your pack. And we're ready for the firewood. Now that we've got a safe fire pit set up on a very large rock. The big stick to mash it up. Already chopped up some red pepper and some onion. And those are not marshmallows, although they do look like marshmallows. These are biscuits. Well, on a stick, kind of like sausage.
Oh, it looks pretty good. Come on.
Okay, now that it's brown, we add some water and some onion and some red pepper and some cayenne and some taco mix. It's been a long time, as I said earlier, that I've been around so many trees. And for a long time I was in the desert. The high desert, the San Luis Valley, to the Rio Grande River, where you've seen me make a lot of videos. This is totally different. It's a whole different part of Colorado. Things are shifting real fast, and faster than what most people's brains are able to process and actually comprehend. So, you know, whether you're living off the grid or you're living in the grid, these times, the song says, they are a-changing, and you might want to, you know, start acclimating yourself more and more to the ways of nature, and, you know, unplug more and more from the technological grid that is enslaving the minds of so many people. Not only minds, but you could even argue souls. So, you know, this is more than off the grid or blah, blah, blah. It's just more about rebalancing yourself with something that is actually normal, actually healthy, actually natural, and stepping back from the sick, the decaying, and the overdependence on technology as we've come to know it. That's serious wilderness there. The police just left, Costilla County Police, the neighbor across the way that has been slandering me and assassinating my character throughout the valley. This particular person that I made these videos about called the Costilla Police saying that I was slandering him, when in fact all I did was threaten to slander him. His anonymity was protected in that video. You can call someone out by their first name. It's when you get into last names and things. This person isn't very intelligent. He's not working with the full deck. And I laid it out there. Cease and desist from your attacks on me, because I already saw this coming, that you would be calling the police. And there you did. You called the police. I made the last videos for my protection because that's what you do, man. You call the police. I don't want to have anything to do with this neighbor, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with me. So there probably shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. I'm going to put some positive energy even towards this person over here. Let it go and let it diffuse itself. Okay, focus on the positive, and that's it. Here's the rest of the video.
How are you? Good. Good. What's your name? Alex. Alex. Adam. Hey, yeah, I got it. Are you down here? Yeah. I was about to come down myself. All right. What's going on, brother?
I've been staying here for a few months and stuff. Got permission to stay here for my friend.
Do you own it or no?
My name is Ryan, who lives this way.
Who's the owner? What's this
Hey
going
there.
on?
Good. Nice seeing you.
Are you
Going through this with my neighbors.
are you recording us?
I'm recording myself.
Okay.
For my, to document the situation, because I don't know what's been told to you. I know that I've been concerned for my own safety living here because of some of the things that this neighbor 3 miles this way has been doing to me and saying things about the valley, people in the valley. To basically drive me out because he doesn't like me. I stayed with him for 3 days in November of last year and told him I wasn't gay. He's a homosexual that actually has a pedophilia history. I'm really upset that he's targeted me and tried to drive me out of the valley, especially when he's bragged to certain people in the valley that he has sex with children that he when he went down with his girlfriend from Oregon. They would go down to young men, and that's basically the character that I've been told about this person. He's also filed false police reports on other neighbors that he didn't like to target them and drive them out of the valley. And I basically made a video because that's what I do. I make videos. I talk about philosophy, different things, and for my own protection, I recently made a video where I said, you cannot do this to me. This is actually illegal to harass me like this. But I'm going to use my First Amendment and say, you can't harass me. You can't just target me and say, call the police, oh, we have a squatter in the place, I'm going to set him up. I knew this was going to happen. So I made a video for my protection. I'm asking people for legal help if it's that bad. I'm not going to be targeted by someone over here just because he doesn't like me. I don't...
Up to date. Maybe it was one person that ever came from, I forget which area.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, brother. All right, nice to meet you too. Good luck, eh?
All right.
All right, you take care. Have a good day.
See you later.
Later, brother. Be careful.
So these have been growing how long?
Oh, I don't know. They come up every year by themselves, and they come up early in the spring. And the first ones that come up usually get killed by frost, but they're very hardy. And there's so many seeds in the bed that they just keep trying until some succeed, and then they have to be thinned out, and the big ones just go crazy.
So these are giant sunflower seed.
And they'll come
plants.
back with there'll be a fresh generation of seeds each year. Make more giant sunflowers, and I imagine some of these will get to be at least 10 feet tall because they got such a good start and they've been watered so well, and they're just doing
They
it
look
really
really healthy. It's a really good environment for them to grow in. They have plenty of water. A lot of people don't know that you can haul your own water in and it'll help you out
Not
if you got
getting
the right
water
equipment.
because it rains. They're getting the water contrary to the weather conditions, which are a horrible drought.
And this is the little motor thing that pumps the water through the hose.
Oh, the sump pump. Submersible sump pump. Drop it at any water tank or water source, such as a river. Pump the water. These.
Alright, so how many gallons is this?
That's all this truck will take. Full load on this little truck. That's 1,600 pounds. 3/4 ton truck will haul.
Step 1, connect inverter to car battery. Step 2, get the extension cord that goes from inverter to water.
And then, all I have to do is just plug that in there. Yeah, I turn it off. Turn it off. Yeah. And downstream.
Okay, now it's going, and it only took a few minutes to warm up. It's been an interesting week, taking a break from where I have been staying, being at a higher elevation, feeling different energy, trying to get things done. I've been trying to take advantage of the fact that for a temporary time only, I've got internet. And I'm here temporarily. I'll be going back to the yurt probably next week. And, you know, you got to change up your environment to keep things fresh, to keep your thoughts fresh, to keep the energy moving. You got to change things up, and you shouldn't be afraid of change. Change is a reality. It's the only thing that's ultimately constant in this world. So we've got to accept it, kind of flow with it as the winds of change come our way. And that's what I've been doing. And I don't know what the winter holds. You know, I've been thinking about the winter of 2013, the winter of 2014, and I'm asking myself, am I actually going to be at the yurt again this winter? And I'm thinking about, you know, how things could be a little bit better for myself, how things could be a little bit more comfortable now that I've already made it a winter in the yurt. And so in one morning, I packed up my things, and this was just a few days ago. Today is a Tuesday. I believe it was I don't remember exactly what day it was right now, but it was in the last week. Packed up all my stuff, and I left. And so I'm open to going north, south, west, east. Through pain and through hardship, we can become stronger human beings. And what I know that I have under my belt is that I spent 10 months in a yurt in what might as well be the middle of nowhere. A place on this planet that to me felt so beautiful, even though it was hot during the summer and very cold during the winter and very deserted. There was just this sheer beauty of being amongst an area that looks like another planet. And I can't really express to you with English words how grateful I am for the last year. It's not a year of pure pain. You know, there were struggles, there were sacrifices, there was a lot of time that was spent in pure silence. And so in the silence, I adjusted to my own thoughts, to being still. My heart is still in the San Luis Valley, in particular that area around Mesita, around the Colorado-New Mexico border. And at some point, I shall return. But just to give, you know, a brief overview for listeners that are new to my work and what I've been doing lately, I did Access Television for about 6 to 7 years in Portland, Oregon, where I was doing a lot of what you're doing, but not on a daily basis, a weekly basis. And I was honored at that time to be able to introduce ideas about the New World Order and this freedom movement to people that had never heard of such a thing. Outside of the media promoting the left-right paradigm. And, you know, Vinny, I chose to free myself from myself beginning several years ago. You know, this constant fear of living without money, it haunted me, like it haunts a lot of us that are trying to do good work, but we don't want to live inside the system. So I decided that I would move to Texas. And I was there for about a year trying to help a company launch an alternative media network. And when that failed to move into fruition, I then went off-grid completely and went in the middle of the desert in South Colorado.